How's everybody doing this Tuesday afternoon? I hope you're doing well. And honestly, I hope that today we are able to bring some encouragement and a challenge into your life to become a better leader. Because remember, leaders are formed and not found. Now, last week we started in 1 Samuel 17, talking about the life of David. And we talked last week about being faithful in the now. Because when we are faithful in the now, we position ourselves for God to do something great through us when we are faithful in the now. This week, I'm going to continue in chapter 17. This week, I want to talk about own your position. The difference between owning and renting, I think most of you can kind of understand that. When you own something, it's an investment. It's something that you're actually investing in. Whereas when you're renting, let's just be honest. It's someone else's property, you're just maintaining it. And so there's a difference when you rent and when you own. And so when we own our position, it's something that, again, we take ownership in and invest in. And so today what I want to do is continue in chapter 17 in 1 Samuel. But I want to go down to verse 17, and we're going to read to verse 20. One day Jesse said to David, "Take this basket of roasted grain and then 10 loaves of bread and carry them quickly to your brothers. And give them 10 cuts of cheese, then to their captain. See how your brothers are getting along, and bring back a report on how they are doing." David's brothers were with Saul and the Israelite army at the valley of Elah, fighting against the Philistines. So David left the sheep with another shepherd and set out early the next morning with the gifts, as Jesse had directed him. David owned the fact that he was taking care of his family's livestock. And so he had an investment there. David didn't allow the responsibility that he had already been given to be put on the back burner. Does that make sense? Because when we see David hand over the flock to another shepherd, he's saying, you know what? Even though I'm not there, even though I can't focus on that right now, but I'm going to make sure that it is taken care of. And so as leaders, rather than having a mentality of just allowing the landlord to take care of things when we can't get to them, why don't we have a mentality of an owner and begin to own the positions that we've been given in this church, and begin to own the positions that God has given us in our lives? Because when we take ownership, we invest. And as leaders, we need to invest in what God is doing, in the mission and the vision of what he's doing in Summit Church, but also in your own life. And so I challenge you this week with this question: how are you owning your position? How are you owning your specific position in ministry? The other question is how can you go above and beyond owning your position? Hey, thank you so much for what you guys do. I'm so proud to be a part of what God is doing here at Summit Church. And I'm so thankful to be just a small part of your journey in life. Renee and I are very thankful for the positions that we hold, and we are hoping that we are able to invest in what God has given us so that we can see us all grow in our leadership and grow in our personal lives with him.